Once, Venezuelans lived with economic stability. A salary paid for food, rent, and small comforts, and the believer was a trusted symbol of effort. Almost without warning, prices began to rise. At first, it felt temporary, just a few items becoming more expensive while life continued. Then, the inflation accelerated into a blur. Prices changed between morning and evening, making salaries meaningless before they were even paid. Soon, people stopped carrying wallets and started carrying bags. Stacks of bills were required for even the smallest purchases. Shopkeepers stopped counting money and began weighing it instead. The paper had become so worthless that its weight was the only way to measure it. Supermarket shelves stood empty as fear took hold. People rushed through aisles, desperate to reach the checkout before the prices changed again. Families stood in lines for hours under the hot sun, only to leave with nothing. Parents sacrificed their own meals so their children could eat. A lifetime of savings could vanish overnight. Pensions turned useless, and the elderly were pushed back into a desperate mode of survival. Bartering returned to the streets as trust in money collapsed. People traded bags of rice for soap or medicine for bread. Future plans became impossible to make. Education was interrupted, and simple medical treatments became an unaffordable luxury for most. Foreign currencies quietly entered daily life to replace the bolivar. Prices were whispered in dollars, but paid in piles of local cash. Paydays became emergencies where every second mattered. People rushed to spend their wages the moment they were paid to avoid losing value. Children grew up watching their parents count money that could not buy food. They learned early that paper does not equal security. When money no longer worked, millions of people left the country. They walked across borders, carrying memories instead of savings. Hyperinflation did not explode. It eroded life silently. It turned ordinary decisions into a calculated struggle for survival.